Welcome back to From Nine to Mom.
Where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood.
And I think, Danielle, you guys are in summer mode, right? Is
We
Colton
are in summer
officially on
mode.
summer vacay?
Yes, it's kind of crazy to think about growing up in New York. This is very, very early
Yeah.
for summer mode, but Colton has officially started summer camp. He came home yesterday. He made a new friend. He's really
Oh, on his
excited.
first
Grayson,
day.
on his first day. He's in the green group,
Green,
and
all
it's a
right.
whole new world for him because they're doing field trips every week. We have to do things a little differently, but he's very excited. And I think it's a good transition
Yeah.
for school. But now I panicked, straight up panicked, because I thought I had to do meal prep, and we've never had to do meal prep for him because
Oh, like lunch. Yeah.
his daycare is
Man.
always taking care of his food. And he tells us, Mom, he'll eat the craziest stuff at school, and then we'll make it for him at home, and he'll come home and be like, well, Mom, they have better ingredients at school, healthier ingredients. I'm like, I'm trying to get you to eat
I
one
eat
piece of
organic.
broccoli. Like, you won't even look at the broccoli. You're gagging. But at school, you eat chickpea pasta and veggie burgers and veggie cupcakes. But here, it's cinnamon rolls and
And that's
cereal.
No, I
God.
get that. We still have a couple more weeks left, luckily, because we're same kind of thing. Like between my in-laws and our babysitter, like they feed him. I bring some ingredients here and there, like to supply, but I don't think about their lunches or breakfast during the week. And
Yeah.
at the end of the month here, we're going to be full 3 meals a day, 7 days a week at our house. And I don't, with both kids eating now, I don't know how I'm going to, one, afford it. Two, no, like, I feel like I get so much like stress. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, it's time for food. Like, what do I make? What do I make? And like, you're running around, you have two kids like screaming, and I'm like, I don't know what to make.
Well,
Like,
and we
here's
work
here's a
different
cinnamon
hours
roll.
every day. Yeah, seriously. My mom brought cinnamon rolls, the best cinnamon rolls. I don't know if you've ever had Cindy's Cinnabons. My mom's best friend worked there in like the Irondequoit Mall in Rochester. They were everywhere.
Oh,
And
okay.
she made them homemade with the recipe
Ooh,
from when she worked there. And we ate those for dinner
awesome.
last night. But great. So I just am in that mode now where I'm officially done, like, breastfeeding pretty much, and
Yeah.
we're entering into summer mode. We're going into kindergarten, and like you said, food's expensive. I want to eat healthier myself. I want my kids to eat healthier. I
Right.
just don't even know where to start at this point. So I know you do meal prepping for the week though, for dinners, right?
You know that I love my grocery shopping on Fridays.
Yeah, you grocery shop every Friday.
Every Friday and every Thursday night, I review the list with Ryan. Like, here's what the dinners are going to be for the next week. What do you want for your lunch? Like, meal prep, whatever it is. And what else do you need? Like, what else do you need from the store? Coffee, his list.
Do you make
Um,
the list of what you're eating every night before you go shopping together alone? Is it your discretion?
Come on, I make the list. I make
But
the
you don't
list, and
cook,
then
right?
I
Like
say,
me, you're not the
no,
cooker.
no. But I typically, so we set during the weeks, we send each other recipes on TikTok,
Or
Instagram.
tasty or whatever.
Yeah, like whatever we see. And then we try to pick one new recipe a week, but like based on our schedule, and now that we're getting to summer, like Wednesdays, Ryan's in his golf league. He doesn't get home till after bedtime, so we're eating at 8 o'clock. So we don't really plan a meal that day. Or like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm at the office. I try to work till almost 5. I don't get home, and like when I get home, like we gotta eat. The kids need
Yes.
to eat by 6. So like we're it's got to be an easy meal or something that's been in the crock pot. Like, so we have to plan based on our schedule. Like, there's just no way around it to not
Yeah.
at this point.
We've
So like it
tried.
impacts what we can make.
We've tried it in the past, but for us it's difficult. This is like not a real problem. This is a blessing, but my mom is here, so she cooks a lot, but Jordan
Yeah.
used to be the cook. So in the past we've tried that, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And like you said, groceries are so expensive. Inflation is just out of control. And what you used to be able to buy for $200, like I'm driving to Lidl's and Harris Teeter just to get the cheaper stuff. And then when I can't get, we go elsewhere. But I absolutely hate grocery shopping. Like, hate it. Jordan used to love it, but he just, he golfs a lot more now. So grocery shopping is so difficult.
Yeah.
And you know that I love my Instacart and whatnot. But the problem with that is you're ordering like in the moment, usually. And I feel like that everyone I know that meal preps and does like a good plan, they eat healthier and they are more strategic and organized. So like when you're working late, like I've been working till 6:30, 7:00 a lot of these nights. Jordan gets home at like 5 and our kids are in bed at 7:30. So we're struggling to put this stuff together. Yeah. And with sports, oh my God, it was awful.
And that is a big wrench in it.
2 nights a week.
You got to have something ready or on the fly. You're bringing something to the game.
Yeah.
To feed Daisy and to, have something for him right after.
And what I think that like I've tried all the meal prep stuff. Like I've tried Little Spoons for Daisy, or I tried HelloFresh, which I still love HelloFresh. We still do it on and off there because it's 3 new recipes.
It does get you. Yeah,
it gets you through.
Get you something. It gives you something new, and then you can do some of them. I always laugh, and I don't know if I've said this before in here, but we did HelloFresh. Like, I feel like during COVID, we tried a couple.
Yeah.
And Ryan would get so offended. He's like, "You don't think I know how to cook that you have to get one of these things?" I'm like, "No, I know you know how, but like, how nice is it that everything is like perfectly portioned?" Because I mean, we love to eat, so like you.
Well, that's it. You're eating like, the right portion, and it's reducing waste and overspend.
Right. And now we're trying to get to the point where the kids eat similar to what we're eating. Like we at least try to give them part of what we're eating or get them to try it. But like, it's impossible. But
yeah, like the kids situation, doing one meal for the whole family. My mom always did one meal for the whole family and we all ate it. But I was a picky eater. Colton's he ate everything, but now he's pretending to be a picky eater. We know he's not because he's eating whatever he wants at school or whatever they give him at school. But like now it's like we have to make separate meals for everybody. Daisy would eat trash out of the corner of like New York City garbage.
The second kid meal, like literally would just sit under Jack and eat the crumbs.
Yeah, like whatever you got for me, it's fine. I'll just shove it. Like she eats curry, Viva chicken, like whatever it is. Colton looks at it and is like, no, peanut butter jelly, Mom.
Yeah, peanut butter
grilled cheese.
The one thing Jack does is he eats like spicy chips. Like he loves like buffalo like hot chips. And I'm like, he like tried it once. He tried like the chili Doritos. And he's like, I really like these. And then like my mom brought like buffalo potato chips, and he was eating them at Cal's birthday party.
That's crazy because he's a picky eater.
I know. It's that.
Colton tried the curry and started crying last night because our friends brought over Indian appetizers, which I don't like Indian either, this weekend, and we had leftovers, and he started crying. But Daisy will eat I drench everything in hot sauce, red hot.
Yeah.
She eats it all. She eats the curry. She's whatever. But that makes it difficult because when you're trying to prep and plan, and then the added piece right now of me trying to be more healthy for everybody, like I want to be able to eat well for myself. And I eat basically like all those memes you see or videos of the mom eating the tails of the chicken nugget or whatever is left. Like, I think both of you and I were just talking before this. We haven't even eaten anything today. I've had 6 cups of coffee though.
We both have had coffee, but yeah, you just like
creamer. Does that count? I ate cereal at 2 a.m. with Daisy. Does that count? I don't know.
I mean, it does count, but yeah, it's just hard to be that. And I think my biggest thing is like, I know a lot of parents, like when the kids are younger, a lot of them will eat after they go to bed. I hate eating. Like sometimes Jackson not asleep till 8:00, and I like can't get myself to eat dinner.
My family always ate together. That was like one thing that we always did as kids. Yeah, and I really liked it.
I've seen like TikToks of people saying like it is so important for your kids to see you eat too. Like you shouldn't be just sitting. Like it's good eat. It helps them build good habits. They see you eating the same thing that's on their plate, and like I'm sure there's really something to it all. But sometimes you just can't get dinner out for yourselves. Like it's so like hit and miss. Or like if me and Ryan like want to like get a pizza or like something, like they don't eat pizza yet. Really.
So something that we've done is we have a pizza like maker that we've had for years that we will do custom pizzas with the kids. So like I'm gluten-free, so I'll do cauliflower crust or gluten-free crust, and we pick our toppings and we all make it together. So it's an activity. And we were doing that for a while, once a week, like make your own pizza night. And it was so fun because pizza's like one of my absolute favorite foods.
It's a staple. You gotta have it once a week.
And Daisy loves it. So
yeah, I know, we'll be, I mean, I'm sure I'll be there and be like, we can't get pizza because the kids eat too much and I can't order 5 pizzas every night. But like right now, like Cal's barely got his 2 front teeth. He can't really gnaw off.
Yeah, and pizza's not the healthiest unless you're making it with like all farm fresh ingredients. We have our farm out
which we have direct access to.
But, I got 3 tomatoes. I don't think that's going to do much in the realm of homemade sauce,
No. But that's where like me going through. So like we have on our fridge, we have a dry erase board that's the meals for the week. Because we try to eat. I mean, like it's so hard because we're trying to save money, like do what we can.
Yeah.
So we try to not eat out during the week and save it for the weekends only. Because it is so like we do get so busy during the week that it is impossible. And if we do, we order out and then we eat at 8:30.
Okay, so something I want you to do then.
In bed at
for me.
9:30.
Yeah, you're an early sleeper. I never sleep. Yeah. Something I want you to do for me, and then we could share it with everybody else. I want a Monday through Sunday calendar that I can like put on my fridge, like a printable one. And I want though a section for like ingredients needed. So that when we plan for the week, we could say what we need. And then I can add that to my grocery list and check it off and make sure that we have everything beforehand. And then I want you to hold me accountable to doing this starting next week.
We will do it. I will. So when everyone's listening to this, it will be Thursday. So Thursday evening tonight, I will put up what me and Ryan are planning for next week.
Okay.
And I'll like show our list. I will say the other plug I have to get, which Cozy app, if you're listening to us ever, will start tagging you stuff. They have a recipe keeper as well as a grocery list in the calendar app.
I saw that.
It's not amazing. We could use some work on it, Cozy. But in the lists and then in the recipes, there are lists. So like the recipes have, there's tons of things in there. I don't know how much of that we would try. I don't know. We're picky in our family, but there is a shopping list and a to-do list in there that you can put.
Well, then the other issue though with that, like all this is great. We're going to try this. We're going to do it. I am trying to, when I was breastfeeding, I could literally eat a box of chocolate every day and still lose weight. I've gained 10 pounds since I've stopped. Like I only do once a day and I'm almost down to like none.
Yeah.
So I've gained 10 pounds back since I've stopped breastfeeding. So now I'm like in the Weight Watchers app because I have been a silent investor in that company for literally 15 years, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out like, how do I do this? But if I eat what my family eats, it's not that it's not healthy. It's just a lot of calories, but your husband needs, like Jordan needs different calories. My kids need different calories. So I can't make everybody eat the way I eat. So it's like, do you subject the whole family to eating a piece of salmon and broccoli every night? Or do you like eat separate, cook for yourself? What do you do?
Well, if we got Ryan on the podcast, Mr. Calorie Deficit Life, who's lost, Ryan's lost like almost 20 pounds, I think, in our 10-week we're at week 9 here.
Stop it.
Danielle, it's like insane. He's down a whole he went through his closet today because he's off work because he had some doctor's appointments, and he went through his closet because he's like, wow, everything fits so much better. And I'm trying to be so supportive, but like he was trying on his suit the other night. He's like, I might need alterations. And I'm like, I'm not paying for you to fucking get alterations.
Does that make you?
And I'm like you're trying to be nice. Cause like, of course I'm happy that you did that.
You look great. Like, you feel great. But at the same time, like I did the same thing as you. And here I am.
I'm pissed because we're walking around everywhere and everyone's like, Brian, you look awesome. Like you look great. And I'm like, guys, I've lost almost 15 pounds. Who's fucking cheering me on?
I'll cheer for you, Katie. I can't see you all the time in person.
I'm down a whole pant size and no one said freaking jack shit for you.
Everyone and then tell Katie she looks amazing.
Thank you all. But like Ryan tries to be like, well, no one's going to say it to you. You just had 2 kids. Like, what are they going to say? You looked like a piece of shit earlier and like now you look great. Like, what are they going to say? No one can comment on your weight, Katie. Like you're in a sensitive part of life, which I guess I get. But like you could tell me I look great and I'd be like, thanks. Yeah.
See, but like you do, like, but that's, we would go home. There were times where Jordan and I would both be dieting. We would go home and I actually had lost like weight and he hadn't lost any. Yeah. And his grandma would be like, Jordan, you look so good. You look so skinny. And I'd be like, for us for people to have to comment, I feel like we have to be like, almost look sick. Like look like we got sick. And
then they'll say you look too skinny. Like
it's just you can't win.
It's like a no win. So we're just going for feeling good right now.
Yeah,
and
I'm proud of you.
Like
I didn't
feel
know
better.
That was 15 pounds. I'm proud of you. So, the test worked.
We've stuck with our challenge here. We've done.
I need to challenge myself. I need very strict rules, but I don't want to ever diet again. So I'm struggling here because I want to eat better.
I think that's what's been good is that we haven't dieted. We literally just have both. I mean, I don't think it's not healthy at all. I mean, calorie deficit can be healthy as long as you're like, eating around when you can. But I think also we've gotten so busy in the last 2 months that like we just said, I haven't eaten today. I'm going to eat, like I brought a croissant that I'm going to put in that's going to be my lunch because that's all I had at home to bring. And I'm trying not to spend money so I won't go out.
Well, and that's the biggest problem. Like, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing.
Right.
Because you're not actually like working with a nutritionist a few times like ago when I was pregnant, because I was going gluten-free and I wanted to change things up and whatever. And I feel like I lost weight going gluten-free because it was just water weight. But now it's like you not eating for 6 hours isn't good for your metabolism.
Right.
Like, my metabolism is slow, but I have low blood sugar. So I'm supposed to eat every 3 hours. But I don't have time to eat every 3 hours. And the only way that ever worked was when I was like very strict on like a weight loss diet where I pre-planned I had somebody make it for me. I bought it from somebody every week.
Yes.
And I ate it. And then every other meal was a shake, like an iso protein shake. Or I've gone on like Optavia, which used to be Medifast, which works like a freaking charm. But it's also like that food is, once you stop eating that food, you could keep the weight off, but you do have to learn how to eat again. And I just want to learn how to take care of myself and my family. And it's one of those things where I know there's no perfect science, and all my friends who are currently doing Optavia are super happy. They look and feel. That's what it is. Like you said, like I want to feel good, and I want my kids to feel good. So Colton has a sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth. Our dates are always like, we do donut Sundays, or, we get ice cream after a big event. And I love doing that with him. And I don't want to take it away because it's something we both enjoy. But now he thinks that he should get a sweet every day. And we have like mental breakdowns. But like, you can't be eating 16 helpings of ice cream a week. Like, it's not good for you. Like, but explaining that to a kid, I don't want them to have an unhealthy relationship with food, because I had an unhealthy relationship with food. Like, this is how, like, my whole life. I want you to be able to feel like you can eat, but I also want you to understand what fueling your body means. And I think maybe I'll get better. Colton going into kindergarten, I'm very nervous and stressed out about meal prepping, because now I have to plan every lunch. I don't want to send him with school lunches, because I know when I did that, I loved it. But I also bought a lot of cosmic brownies with what was supposed to be for lunch.
I don't think I ever, I definitely had so much anxiety as a kid. I never bought lunch. My mom packed every single day all the way through high school. My mom packed my lunch.
What?
And she would pack us when we got into sports, middle school and high school. My mom would pack us our lunch and an after school lunch, because our school, you weren't allowed to leave, because we're like in the middle of nowhere. Like, you weren't allowed to leave anywhere. So you had to stay during, like, it was like the 10th
between
period,
sports
mixed period. Yeah. So like you could go to the study hall or go to some like extra help or whatever. So we would go to our coach's room and just like, I would have my second lunch before practice.
That is so cute. My mom, we were always buy lunch kids. My mom would once in a while make lunch. And when she did, it would be so cute, because she does it for me as an adult still to this day. She'll draw cute pictures and like little notes to me on my napkins every day. And I get more delivered lunches now than I did before, because we loved buying lunches, because there were such good like garbage Mexican pizzas, like the bagged milks or whatever. Disgusting.
No, I know. And Ryan, I feel like Ryan was definitely a buy kid. Like, we always talk about like when you go to a restaurant, were you a kid that got water or a soda kid? Like, soda. Which kid were you? Oh, all the time. But like in school, my mom would do that. But like, I would go middle school, I would do school, I'd have practice, and then I'd go to my second practice, like my travel teams or premier, like soccer, like I'd have that. Way. And my dad would have my real dinner in the car, or me and him would be getting McDonald's after.
See, I would get I did cheerleading and musicals like throughout high school, and other random like yearbook, like random shit. But like mostly cheerleading was my thing. And it was pretty much all year, because I did both football and basketball season. And then I danced. So it would be like, you go from cheerleading to dance, and we would easily McDonald's 3 times a week. And we were allowed in the city of Rochester to just wander wherever we wanted. So I ate a bagel and ranch dressing every day for lunch. I couldn't figure out, like, then I stopped eating when I met Jordan, because I was like afraid, because I had like stomach issues, and I was like, I never want to go to the bathroom in front of him. I lost like 30 pounds. We were looking at pictures of me when we first started dating, and I was a stick figure. I was a size 0. me, a size 0. And I was like, yeah, babe, sorry. It's never coming back now. Like, I hope you enjoyed it because this is what you got. But I'm hoping that, like, I'm going to try and make Colton a packed lunch kid. I'm going to do what you said. Someone else suggested the bento boxes. You love the ones you got on Amazon. They loved the ones from Pottery Barn, but either way, I talked to my girlfriend. We have to have her on here at some point. We have to have actual nutritionists on here to like give us real advice instead of Katie and I's like, okay, if you limit it to 4 Oreos, you're okay. Like this is not.
If they had one bite, if they smelled the broccoli, it's fine.
Good. Like you pour cheese all over it. If they ate it, it's great. You know, like we're not professionals. But she said, and now she's a single mom. Her kids, 2 kids in school, makes their lunch. She will rotate between like 4 different things, but for the whole week to save money and to make it easier on her, because she works full time. She travels all the time. She does the same lunch Monday through Thursday. And then on Friday, she lets her kids buy lunch.
Okay.
So
that's a good.
And they're all healthy things that they like. So she's like, you know, like we'll do turkey roll-ups with carrots and ranch dressing and then like whatever it is on the side, but it's every single day. Yeah. They eat the same thing for 4 days and then we switch it up the next week. And they don't complain. She's like, they're just now starting to want new rotations, but like they don't complain. It's a healthy meal. I can do it all in one day. I don't have 66 things that I have to grocery shop for. Right. And I'm like, that's definitely going to be the way I have to do it for me, for my brain, because I can't be waiting till the last minute I'll spend so much money
the night before and like you have to, but like that's the thing is like you go, if you can do something like that, then you can go to your Costco and do like get stuff in bulk, and you probably are saving money with it. I just now am starting to get to the point where there are some things that I bulk purchase now, like our pouches in our house, because
me too.
I'm gonna go broke. So like I'll bulk buy that. Like I'm starting to get better with some of our meat because like they're starting to eat that, but like it's going to be overwhelming for us to go jump from like one meal. Because right now when I do our meal plan, I write what the kids are going to have. So I know like, okay, here's what they're going to like, parts of what we're going to eat if I have to make them something a little different. But then like now it's that I'm going to have to do that for 3 meals.
Yeah, that's a lot. Or
but just have like the stuff.
And Ryan is summer school, so it's not like he can really help. Like you guys are going to have to like plan it out.
I know. I'm going to be braving 2 days-ish, maybe only 1 day a week where I'm going to be working with the kids home. And you know, I've never really done it before, but like I have to.
I'm not
like
I have to. You might not have it, but you could try. It's just a summer.
It's only 5 weeks, so there could be only 5 times that I have to do it over the summer. Like it's not that bad, and I've had so many people offer to like come watch our kid. Like
honestly, if you just plan to not have big things in those moments, you plan to not have big things in those moments. It's fine.
It's half the day.
Like, but you just need to know that you don't plan anything for that moment that's big that needs to be done, because then you'll just get frustrated. Like almost like let it be what it is. You know? I know. We'll have to see how your meal plan goes and see what your grocery bill does. Because I'm going to start practicing.
We need to, I feel like because we're transparent, we need to say what we spend in a week right now before we start talking planning and like doing like, what do you think in a week?
That's my problem. I have no idea. 1 month we spent $1,800 on food. Yeah. But my house never is just me. It's me and it's been me, Jordan, the kids, and my parents, or me, Jordan, the kids, and my mom, or my brother, or we're having people over, my family. Like it's never, and that's our biggest thing. Like we haven't been able to. I could go back. I do keep like what I've spent every month, but it's so hard to tell what a grocery run is. But I would say like if I do Instacart groceries, like the weeks where we've meal prepped, it's been $250, and that's never enough. So what do you spend?
Where do you shop? Though?
Lidl or Harris Teeter. Okay. And Sam's Club sometimes, but Sam's Club's always like a $500 ordeal.
It is. So we go, I'm regimented. Come on. Like I have everything to the dollar. So I budget $200 a week for us. And I usually I only shop at Aldi and Wegmans.
And Lidl's like Aldi. You guys don't have Lidl, but it's the same thing.
So like those are my 2 places. And then bi-weekly I go to BJ's.
That's a good idea.
My closest Costco type of thing. I only allow myself to go bi-weekly.
I will have to look and see like what I spent last month just in food. It's going to be astronomical because we had like Sunday sauce parties or whatever. But let's do this thing. Let's start next week and we'll see how much I spent. Like, let's see if we can get me under the like $1,000 a month for like grocery food.
Yep. That's what, like, I'm a real psycho about it sometimes. Last summer when we were like broke bitches hanging out, because summer is like that for us around here. I was only spending $100 on groceries.
Dude, I need to do that. I need to do that.
And Ryan's like, why don't we do this every week? And I'm like, because I like to eat.
I'm starving.
We also have a running joke that like when I go to, he'll know how I went to the grocery store. If I go in the morning when I'm hungry, like I do great. Or he's like, healthy Katie went to the grocery store. And
that's hilarious.
But
I am starving now. So like we might have to clock out.
We need to clock out and go get some lunch.
Eat.
So we will be sharing some more stuff tonight on our Instagram. So stay tuned. If you are a mom and you haven't eaten, this is your reminder to go get some lunch.
Go eat and eat whatever you want. Forget being healthy today. It's just eat a croissant. Eat a croissant, Katie. Have a good time. Great. Clock it out.
See you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.